Yeah, in this session, I'm going to explain how we can get the trial version of Datasphere as a guided experience or directly in the BTP platform. We have two options actually. So both, I mean, guided experience having little less limitations and it has, its own advantage as well. You can just I mean, you can directly learn it actually with the guided experience support. And the uh, Datasphere installation on the BTP, it requires a couple of others more steps to get it. So both we are going to discuss here. In the guided experience, straight away you can log into the link and you can I mean you can just straight away register with your corporate email ID, I mean your business email ID, and you can get the link and start using it. Whereas the Datasphere setup on the BTP required little more steps, like you should have your own user ID, and when you are registering, you have to enter your credit card details, and then you can install it. And once the both systems are ready, we are going to see like how we can configure the SAC. I mean, you need to create a connection between SAC and Datasphere to talk together, right? Each Datasphere and SAC. With that, we can see, and the other steps are enabling the standard content in the BTP, how we can enable it, and at the same time in the guided experience, how we can enable it. That's it. And say setting up the data sphere in the BTP required before that require a couple of steps. First, you need to register in the BTP and subscribe for the pay as you go service plan, which is free for 12 months, but only the credit card details is required. And then log in. Actually, one or two times I think you will get the mail. So log into the new BTP link. First initially how to give the details, and then again you will get the mail, and then again you have to register it, and then finally you will get the BTP link. Once you get the BTP link, there are only hardly three steps to set up the data sphere. One is create your own sub account and then add to the entitlement. And the third step is just go and create the instance and subscriptions and then start the data sphere. Let's go and see the details in system. So just open the Google and search for the SAP Datasphere Trial. Then you will get the link, and here this is the guided experience which you can directly get as a link, and you can once you register it. And the other one is just you can try for the SAP BTP access, and then you will get this link, and then you can just register with the details, and then you can follow the steps basically whatever it prompts. And I got both the Datasphere and the guided experience. Yeah, this is my guided experience, and this is my Datasphere and BTP. So before going to discuss these two, let's see the how we can create the instance in the BTP platform. This is my BTP platform, and and I have created one instance for the Dataspheres already, but I will just show you how I have created it actually. Once you land on the BTP, you just click on create a sub account. That's step number one. And here you can give the basic details. Okay, just GB test. And if you want to give any description, give the description. And region, you can select any one of the region here. See, even though you are doing the setup on the BTP, you have many other cloud vendors as well. See, if you want to select AWS or Google Cloud Platform or Azure or SAP, anyone you can select. I'm selecting here this one, Azure and East Virginia, and automatically select the subdomain and then create it. And this is the step one to create the sub account, and it takes hardly a minute. Yeah, this is ready now. So just click on this. And go to the click here the entitlement, and then click on configure, and then click on add service plan. And here you can find all the list of entitlements available here. You can directly search here Datasphere. So you will get here SAP Data Intelligence, Datasphere, and SAP HANA Cloud. These are the three things I'm going to try on my BTP platform. Especially I installed for these three. and I will just demonstrate this. Even SAP Analytic Cloud also you can find here. Yep, this is the one. But let's go with the Datasphere, and just you can select here free one and add the service plan. So and just save it. So entitlement, second step also is done. Once it is ready, go to the instances and subscription, and here again create the instance. You just search for the Datasphere. Yeah, select it, and by default we have selected the free one. It comes to free, and just let it be. And if you want to give any of the instance name, give it test and click next, and just enter all these three details and then create finish. Once you enter all these three details, you can get the option to create it, and once you click the create, it will take around 25 to 35 to 25 to 35 minutes, I could say. Yeah, and then once that is done and instance is ready, you will get a mail to your personal email ID that this is the Datasphere link, you can use it. That is a one option. Or just discarding it, or you can just go back and click on this and go to see here. Here you will get one instance is already available, and just you can click on this link, so you will get the Datasphere link. Finish. So all three steps is done, and our Datasphere is ready on the BTP platform now. So this is the Datasphere on BTP platform. Yeah, I have two, so let me delete this. And this is the Datasphere and the guided experience. Now let's see the quick difference between these two. See, this is the guided experience. If you go here, almost you will see all these options here. See, these are the options you can see here. And space, system monitor, and content network, these also you can see here. Space, content network, these are the options you can see. But here you have a little more option, the system monitor and security. You can create the users and all. And the more important for me to just set up this is the one, configuration. Okay, these options are available here, and why it is required I will tell you later. Because to connect to the any third party reporting tool like Power BI, Tableau, MS Excel, anything, just you need to whitelist the IP address here. And when you are connecting to the, because here another difference is there. So when you set up the BTP Datasphere on the BTP, here you won't get the analytic cloud by default, but whereas in guided experience you will get by default. Because when you register for the Datasphere itself, you will get another link with the SAP Analytic Cloud, and same user ID and password you get, right? You can use for both Analytic Cloud and Datasphere, and they can directly see here that option. So, but even though it comes here, you have to create a connection in the SAP Analytic Cloud to consume any content developed in the Datasphere. And whereas in the Datasphere on the BTP, you have to get the link. You have to get the SAP link, and you have to configure it here. Yeah, go here and you have to add the tenant link. This is my SAC's trial versions tenant link. And once you add it here, then again you have to go and administration, and another, yeah, app integration you have to add here. Once you add these two steps, it automatically appears here. Actually this is the other step that we added, the tenant link, that is enough. This is when we are connecting to the third party applications it's used. Yeah, I will in the next session I will prepare the video on that, how you can connect to the Tableau, Power BI, and SAC, and Excel. And other difference which I could say is the space management. See, here in the BTP platform that you can create your own space, and whereas in guided experience only one space by default you will get, and you have to use that. And then another reason to set up the BTP on Datasphere on BTP is to enable the standard content. See, if I go to the standard content and sample, I can see here and I can download it. And if you open it, there are few steps we need to follow. See here, to do this, first we need to create the space with this space name only. And then the second step, you have to create the time dimension. And then you can import it. Then as it without any issues, it will get imported. Whereas here we don't have the option to create our own space. That's what is getting failed. I tried here as well. See, go there. And yes, let me go to the error message. See here, you can see that import failed, but here you will get the detail. See, could not import object SAP because this particular space is not available. Because of that, it's getting failed. And in the guided experience, we cannot do it. But there is a option actually. So in the content network, right? In the content network, whatever the contents we download from here, it only download the metadata. Once you download it, again you need to get the files and import to all these individual table. See, these are all the local tables you will get, and you have to load the data to the individual tables. And those data for CSV files are available in this GitHub location. See here you will get all these files. See, content for FI, HR, and SD. The same thing you can see here. Okay, these are all the related tables actually. FI as sales, all these tables you can see here. But still, if you want to do it right, if you want to do it in the guided experience, there is a way you can use the data marketplace and go to the landing page. And here just search for the sales data. Oh, I'm just doing for the COVID one. I will show you the difference why I selected this one. Sales sample data. Okay, I got it here. So it's a free of change, but one condition over here is, see here, the delivery mode is one-time replication. So I have already downloaded. So if I go here and try to select the space, it looks empty because it's a one time only, and I have already downloaded it. So, and I will show you the other one for the COVID one. COVID, these are all sample content SAP provided, and we can download through the this data marketplace. There are some few free or some paid versions also is there. So just you can go here and load it. See, now I can select my space and click on load. Then it should automatically load all the content related to COVID-19 India data and with the data actually. Whereas if you download the standard content, it just give the metadata and we have to load the data manually. So whichever you feel comfort. And especially in the guided experience, we don't have much options, so you can download individually for sales, FI, and HR, and then you can start using that. In Datasphere on the BTP, see it got success, and I will show you. Yeah, if I click the logs, I think it will give all those access to what are the things it downloaded. Yeah, see SAP content, everything it got downloaded. But these are all the metadata. Once we have to load, I mean, once you load the data manually to these individual table, then you can go and see all these views. So, and before that, yeah, before that, there are a couple of steps we need to follow it. I have created a one space. Yeah, let me go here. Or it's better I can open here. Content network. Yeah. Yeah, now both guided experience and BTP Datasphere setup is completed. So then as a next step, we can go and create the connection to SAC. Yeah, I will just try to log in from here. And this is my SAC tenant. And if I want to create, just go and create a connection. And live connection, I will select the data sphere, Govinda DWC 3. RSGB DWC3. I already have some connections. Test connection. And see this host name you can get from here, Datasphere. Till here. And port number is default 443. Create. So this connection is ready. Now you can go and create the stories. I will just take a sample table, select the data sphere, and GB DWC3, the connection which we have created. And then you can select the space. So we have created this connection in the guided experience one. So it is prompting like this. And then you can select any one of this. Yeah, I already created this. In the next session, I will discuss on this actually. Finish. You can create the story here. Sales org finish. Yeah, like this you can create any number of reports and you can include the charts. Gross amount by sales org. Or I can add the donut. Here I can add, instead of sales org I can do something else. Yeah, color by product. Yeah, like this you can design the scorecard and save it. But if the same thing if you want to do with, yeah, this is our guided experience one I have done. Let me do with the BTP as well. So again, select this link this time and go to the SAC. Again, it open the same link. There is no difference. And just you go here, create the connection. BTP DWC 3. Okay, BTP DWC. Ping that host link here and just type, I think it's not required space, but let it be 443 and click OK. It's done. Now go and create the story again, canvas, and I will show you something here. I will explain the later stage that what it exactly, but let it be this time. Okay, I'll just add a table and other data source, and you can select the data sphere here. So no, sorry, DWC BTP connection, GBTP DWC. This is the one connection which I can choose, and I have to see in my BTP I have two separate spaces. So here I need to select which space I need to go in this connection. See here, where is my data sphere? Again, let me log in here. And this one. Yeah. See, I have two spaces, so it is prompting me to select the required space. Govinda DS and SAP content one. That's what is prompting me to select. So I will select this one and see, I could see many things here. Okay, in the latest class, latest session, we will discuss this, why it is prompting here. The same thing, I will show you some difference here. And you can create the report over here. Yeah, same. Again, add some employee ID and create the table. So my table is ready now. And I can add salary. I will just remove this and add it. Okay, this is each employee and salary. This is one way. Okay, the same thing when we tried creating here the model, you were prompted to with a couple of different data sphere models, right? I will show you one difference here. Go with this and go with the classic this time. And I will select a table and go with the model. Sorry, come back. Go with the table, select this one, and here I need to select GBTP3, my connection, and I have two spaces here, but another space is not appearing here because in that I don't have any content which is exposed for SSC's consumption. I will in the later sessions we will discuss all those. So I'm selecting this one, and here see, you could see very less. What I'm trying to tell here is there is a new feature called new data model in Datasphere, that when we are going to discuss that we'll explain more here in this analytic model. Sorry, new analytic model. So if you create the new analytic model which is available and you make it for the other SACs, if you expose it for the SAC's consumption, even though that is available with the new new feature only, not the new experience only, not with the old one. In the next session, I will discuss with that part. Thank you. And so far, we have done that. We have set up the guided experience, DataSphere with the guided experience and DataSphere with the on BTP. And then we have set up the connections, and we have discussed how we can enable this, create the new space and time dimension and the spaces. The difference of the difference between both the guided experience and DataSphere on the BTP and the content enablement, and all the files you will find here. So all these files, whenever you import it, right, whenever you import the standard content of this one, sample SAP standard content, you can download this and load all the data manually. Thank you. See you in the next session, which is integration of Datasphere model with third-party tools like Power BI, Tableau, and MS Excel. Thank you.